Oh, oh, what happened? Oh, did I? Okay. What the hell? What happened? Did I get kicked out? All right.
What's going on, my sexy YouTubers, and welcome back to Ricky2365. My name is Rick, and this is your channel, guys. And today, like every week, we're bringing you guys another banger, guys. Today on the show, we got Q right here in the corner. We got Prideful Veteran, and we got Jay Walk, to include myself, RT365, guys. Today, we're going to be talking about what happens when you leave the military, and hopefully, you can get something out of these live streams. So, guys, there's a bunch of things we need to talk today. Okay, we're gonna be talking about things that you have to do for the military folks out there, things that you have to do on your way out of the military. But we're gonna go to the far right, guys, that we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna talk about prideful veterans.
Say it.
About prideful veterans, boy.
Come on.
D Trump, guys.
Come on, boy. Because, that's Donald.
Hey. Something is happening. God damn it, man.
That's my boy Donnie.
What's going on with that guy, man? Did he got impeached or what's going on? Let's start with that.
Hey, hold on. How is everybody doing? Okay. I'm gonna be on this soapbox all night. So I'm gonna be here for a while talking about my boy Donnie. So let's go around the panel. How's everybody doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
Excellent. Go ahead.
I'm doing well. Just got done with my chores for the day, and now I'm sitting down here talking to you guys and hear about what's going on and talking about the military and oh my goodness, hearing about this Trump, the D Trump man. I don't know.
Jay Will, how you doing? Jay Will?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Trump is worse than a self-licking ice cream cone.
Hey, come on.
He just keeps going and going.
Man, hold on. We're gonna have our time.
Oh yes, we're going to.
We are going to have our time because he's gonna be in that. He's already in the corner.
Yeah.
He's already in the corner. Yeah. Rick, how have you been?
Man, I've been doing amazing. I got to tell you that I haven't been sleeping for the last week and a half. after all these subpoenas and everything else that is happening in my world, guys. I mean, I'm pretty much. I haven't been to work neither. I've been here waiting for somebody to give me a subpoena. I mean, I'm telling you, I will be on Washington D.C. Because of these things that are happening. I'm telling you. I don't know what to tell you right now. The one thing that I will say to all the viewers out there is, man, I am so glad that you guys are here because I mean, not only you guys are helping us out to reach other people, but
Yes, definitely.
I mean, there's one other thing that we need to talk about. We need to talk about suicide awareness today. We need to hit into that. We need to hit into masculinity. That's another thing that we need to talk about. How masculinity is not a bad thing. Those are my topics, guys. So we need to talk about Trump. We need to talk about leaving the military, masculinity, and we need to talk about what was the other thing? Yes, everything else, guys.
And we got to talk about how last week's show got canceled.
They got canceled. Yes.
Why? You want to let the viewers in?
So let me. Hopefully, you guys can. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
So, so some things happened during last week. Let me send this to somebody that I need that needs to.
Oh no.
I need to send this to somebody.
No.
So you need to watch this.
Oh no.
You need to watch. Okay, let me send the link.
Uh-huh.
So
I see it.
something happened. Something happened last week with someone. Okay, and someone, and
Okay.
I was instructed. I was given a deadline.
Oh.
I was given an ultimatum. I mean, it was
It was dangerous.
It was one of those mornings where somebody tells you better take it off or I will sue your ass. And I was like, yes, it's done. It's done. It's over. So,
Oh, jeez.
things happen in this channel. Things happen in this channel. I'm telling you.
Wow. All of a sudden.
Yeah. You got to protect yourself.
Yeah.
That's what you got to protect yourself.
Yeah. So let me tell you something. It gets stupid. So, I have a TikTok channel. Okay. It's RT365 or something like that. And my wife calls me today and she say, oh, by the way, my TikTok channel is RT365, the one and only. My wife tells me something about, hey, you saw the last video you posted? It got like 3,000 views. And I'm like, nope. Because I post things out there. I don't, not all the time.
You don't check it up. Yeah, check up on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then when I went to see the video, I'm in the bathroom doing something in the mirror, yeah, and she comes through the wall. Nobody can see nothing, but people. She walked by on underwear, on her underwear,
Oh no.
That was it.
If she just turn around and say, "Daddy, I love you," then yeah, it will be more delicate, But there were people talking about this dude has some blue pills on his hands and his wife could come across naked,
Oh man.
I mean, I'm not talking about Viagra,
Rick, man, you giving them too much to see.
It's not Viagra. It was some my losing weight pills,
It was.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you the experiment. So get a piece of paper, okay? You get a piece of paper on your hand, and you put it against the mirror, okay? You put a piece of paper against the mirror, boom, like this, and then right in front of the piece of paper, you put something like let's say this right here, very small, yeah.
Right. Something small. Okay.
Something small. And then you look at the mirror from the side. Look at the mirror from the side, and you can still see that shit. So how? I'm not joking, bro. I am not joking. How in the world can that happen? It's ridiculous. I'm telling you, you will try it. Piece of paper, something behind in front of the piece of paper, looking from the side. Because how? I tagged Neil deGrasse to explain this to me, Mr. Neil.
You want that to be explained?
Yeah, I needed to, It has to be something with light, but I'm not sure how that happened, So it's
We're not sure, man. All the experiments, we're not sure.
Jaywalk, tell me what's going on with you, brother? How's everything over there in Colorado?
No, yeah, man. Everything's good. So I did get the job.
Ooh!
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, baby. God damn it. That's what I'm talking about. God damn it, man.
So I gave my job a 1 week notice, right?
Oh,
Whoa.
that boy got gunning. Hey, smoking aces. Woo.
Well, I mean, they took their time getting the offer letter, so I was caught in between honoring the date that I gave the new company, and so I sort of honored the date that I gave the new company. Um, since
How's the climate? How's the climate?
it was good. I mean, I leaked it to
God
certain
damn.
people that I knew would get it to them, so they could absorb, me leaving. But I mean, they'll be fine.
No, I'm
Uh,
talking about how's the climate of the new
Wow.
oh,
position.
well, I don't know. I start
Oh.
on the 17th. No, but it's
Woo!
good.
Oh, okay, okay.
No!
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's what I get!
yeah,
God damn it!
Damn, man.
yeah.
Wow.
So it happened. It happened. Well, it happened kind of quick, but I answered the phone and it just went from there. And some small hiccups, but nothing interfered with the process. So
This
So
this
what?
this this is what I think that happened. That day when I was there, Jay Walk went over there to his office. He trying to turn in his letter, and the first thing he said was that's what happened.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
I mean, I can tell you.
Did,
I mean,
did he
damn, that
have
was good.
donkeys? Did he have donkeys in this story?
No
Damn,
donkeys.
Rick
No
and his
no donkeys.
donkeys. Rick and his donkeys.
Yeah,
bro.
So what? So we got viewers, man.
We got
You
yeah.
just
viewers.
heard
Man.
Rick.
We do got
What?
viewers.
What? What advice? You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Would you
uh,
give us? Would you give the new people that's coming out the military? What advice?
I think you just got to be prepared. So what I'm seeing, and even as a veteran, a lot of guys and gals are one dimensional, and they have education, no certs, experience, no education, and
Mhm.
I tell you, one of the things that was I've never experienced this before, but you know, and they was pretty adamant about this, the experience level. I had to go back 18 years, and I'm like, nobody goes back that far. I
Right.
mean, and they basically made me change my resume and all that to fit that time frame.
That's super dope.
So that was, that's something that's debatable. Some people tell you 8 years of experience, relevant, but they made me go back, and so I met all the criterias, but it was just something they wanted to see, which was weird. But I mean, I had everything else, so um, and the position is it's a level 5 test engineer. So uh, for, for cybersecurity. So it's a level 5. So
So, this is something that I want to bring to you, Jaywalk. Is the professionalism, that comes with these high level paying jobs.
yeah,
I mean, 18 years they pretty much want to know if you were able to perform your duties in your previous job and retire from your previous job
yeah,
before they give you a high level position at their
yeah,
company. Because this I'm pretty sure this is a trust, a position of trust. So,
yeah, yeah,
once you get to that level, and let me tell you, is very leaving the military myself, being the commander's advisor. This is one of the things that we talk all the time, and is the people that we bring into the command, or the people that we bring into the organization. They need to meet those criteria. You don't hire a new sharp representative that just got out of school. You don't hire your post
Right.
S3 sergeant major that just got his start, or his Oak Cliff. You have to have people with experience, and
Oh yeah.
I tell you from the beginning, I told you we're gonna get it because I know you for a little while, and then
Right.
I'm happy, man. I'm happy for
Yeah.
you. I'm happy
Okay.
for your family,
Definitely, we
man.
all
You
happy, bro.
deserve
Yeah.
that. You
Yeah.
deserve
Yeah.
that.
So.
Big
Yeah.
moves, man.
So it was. And then. But the company. So I'm a subcontractor, but the company has an over. They have an overarching problem where they don't. They have the ability to fix what the main issue is, but they don't want to fix it because for monetary reasons.
We talking about the old company, right?
Yeah, yeah, the old
Okay, yeah,
company.
we talking about the old
Right,
company. Come
right.
on,
Yeah,
y'all.
the
Come on,
old
come on, come
company.
on. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I had no other issues with the old company, but
Right.
it was just they came to the table with more money, a better monetary package, and so they're going to plug me in. And what I was dealing with in the company was a pretty interesting project, which was built from the ground up,
Right.
so through DevSecOps, right? So and then they're going to transition it over to sustainment. But we was in the building of this project, so they really don't have anybody. But I had like a little assistant that was working with me,
Mm-hmm.
so she's going to have to take it over with the help of someone else because she was just starting in cyber, so I was sort of training her, but but the project is far enough along to where she would be okay, but she would have to get comfortable with doing it herself.
The
So
ship got to move on. The ship got to
yeah,
move
yeah,
on.
yeah. So
So, Q,
yeah.
Yeah.
you're new.
Yep.
Introduce yourself. Um,
Uh,
yeah, go ahead.
anything in particular you want me to say, or do you
Well,
just
I
want me to
mean,
just go forward?
yeah, whatever you want to put out there. I don't, you know what I
Okay.
mean?
All right.
Some
I
people don't
did
want to mention certain
26.
things.
Sorry, I did 26 years in the military. Did 7 years active duty, and then got into the full-time guard, and did that for the remaining of my time, and did some pretty cool things. Went overseas, went over in the sands, and got to do some pretty interesting things. Some of the bases I went to were undisclosed locations, so I can't go into detail on those. You know that. But it was a good time. Got to rub shoulders with a lot of different branches of the military, Army in particular.
Let's
Any
go.
other arm? Yeah, right, right.
Yeah.
Um, some good times, and retired in 2020. So it's like I did. I'm actually retired. I haven't gone. I haven't drawn the retirement, but I've been talking to Rick, and he's been telling me about trying to pull disability, go in the VA, and that's
Hey,
how I'm. Yeah, right, right. So yeah, that's me. Right now, I'm working with Lockheed and doing cybersecurity, and
Okay.
it's good go. It's good go.
Okay.
And anything you want to know about me, just ask the question, and I'll give you the answer.
hey, guys, he's a scientist. That's what it sounds like to me. That's what it sounds like to me. It
Hey,
sounds like he a secret spy, scientist. He man. Hey, can I guest star in your movie called Life?
uh,
Because his life is way better than mine, Rick. You
I
just
gotta tell
heard
you
him.
the truth. I gotta tell you the truth, man. This man right here, you see, Q right there, is being tremendous, helping me out, man. Navigate the weaves of the organization. We both work for the same company, and then I am loving it. But it won't be possible without his purview and without his advice and mentoring. I mean, he's
He's
a
a
tremendous
scientist.
guy, very smart. I mean, I'm telling you, he's in the channel. He's in the channel, guys. He
Yeah,
is
yeah,
in the channel.
yeah.
God damn it,
That man's a big. Oh man.
he's good. Yeah.
Thank you. Give him a round of applause. That's what we
Let's
need.
let's
Can
do
I
it.
get one more?
Let's
One more
do it,
round
man.
of applause,
Let's do it.
man.
There you go. There you go.
There we go. My man. My man. My man.
Go
So
ahead.
let's talk about a couple of things, guys, that I want to bring to you guys. But first of all, if you guys want to talk to one of us For all of us in the show, the phone number is down there, 520-261-7246. Don't forget to call the show. You can, you
Call
will be
us.
live. You will be live with us right here, okay? Um, so the first thing I want to talk to you guys is what happened when you leave the military. Okay, this is today's topic. Many people out there are very confused on a couple of things. Okay, and the number one is let's talk about this medboard portion. Okay, as you guys know, this channel is has some views on that around that topic, and then many people contact me. Like the other day, I received a message from a dependent spouse
Right.
ex-military. Okay, so dependent spouse, prior military, telling me, "Hey Rick, this is happening. I need to talk to you." I was like, send me an email because I feel a little bit like I want to be right. That what I'm giving them, the information I'm giving them is correct.
Of course.
And she pretty much told me my husband was in basic training and he broke his foot, like broke. Like they're trying to get this guy right now to get physical therapy, to get a surgery off post. That means that they don't have any doctors on base that can operate on this guy. So at that moment, I'm like, lady, you are in trouble. This is going to be difficult because with the climate where we at right now, it's very difficult to go to basic training. Okay, get injured and actually get compensated by the
Right.
military. They will
Right.
try their best to say, now you can with that foot broken, now you can with that shit. It was your fault from the beginning. And I told her, by the way, Diesel replied to her on the response that the video response that we made. Keep documents of everything.
Keep documents. Yep.
You got to keep the documentation because at the moment that you don't bring that see, because this is what happened, guys. Okay, and I'm gonna be honest with you. You go to the doctor. Okay, doctor goes check your ass. Oh yeah, you got a broken tibia, whatever. Broken clavicle. They're gonna fill a piece of paper like this that we call sick call slip. Okay, and they're gonna give it to you. At that moment, you say stop. You ain't gonna do that shit to me. Listen to this, guys. If you're watching, you're gonna tell them, I want you to give me an official form. I want you to diagnose me with what is happening with me right now, and I want this to be entered into the system. Okay. The reason for this, guys, is because that sick call sleep is like a oh, I saw you goodbye. It doesn't mean anything. And then it happened to me many times down range. We got out of a mission. We come back to the base. You go to the doctor because you're fucked up, and they give you a sick call slip. Me, on my ignorance, on my stupid self, I was like, "Oh, thank you, doctor. You're not gonna keep a copy of that shit. That's just gonna be thrown in the trash in the next in the you know what I mean? So make sure that give you proper documentation. Make sure that you can go back into the um, health system, healthcare, what health net, I think they call it, and you can see that the doctor took care of you. You want to be diagnosed with something. So yeah,
But Rick, I think by RT, I think by law they have to document that.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, so there is a record. Um, but I think where a lot of people go wrong, I hear a lot of people say, well, they get out and say, oh, well, wasn't nothing wrong with it. And then, what do you mean? When you fell, when you bumped your arm, your head, twist your ankle, and the guy just rolled it out. And when I was one of those guys. Oh, I'm gonna tough it out. I'm limping, you know. And I had a sergeant just force me to go to sick call. And years later, I started having problems with that same knee and ankle, and really wasn't paying attention to it. So the first thing is get past the I'm a tough guy, a tough girl, and go and get treated. And they will document that. So and that's I call that money in the bank, right? So you go and you at the end when you're getting out, that's when all that comes into play. But and there's some things I didn't do, like sleep apnea. I didn't claim that. And man, I would wake up in the middle of the night from the aircraft, flying in over top, me having to get up, run the generators. I mean, everything. So, you don't pay attention to that. So it has to be awareness on the inside. So when I run into a soldier, let's say a green suit, and out there, I tell them, look, are you documenting, everything, and some of them say no, some of them say yeah, and then I explain to them, what that leads to, a percentage, when you get out or through the VA. Uh, so it's a mindset. But see, I've never been medically discharged. I got out naturally, but I know they have to document it because if something, if you die or something like that, that's the first thing they go into is your medical record. So nobody wants to ruin their career over even a misdiagnosis. So that's my 2 cents to the green suiters that are in. Document everything, and it plays out in the end.
What do you think about that? What do you think about it, Q?
Yeah, I basically stamp that saying make sure you keep all your documents, keep your medical, and if you get a copy of your medical record, keep that with you. Keep it in a safe as you would a birth certificate or any other important documentation because you never know. And you may not have anything feel anything right now, but later on down the road, you start feeling things and having things that were a part or were an effect of an exposure or an event. You're just not feeling it right now, but you're going to feel it later on down the road. And it's very important to keep that documentation. So when you do start, exploring your options and going to VA and talking to people and especially networking with people that know the steps to go through and who to talk to. And that's why also I enjoy networking with RT365 because he knows a lot more than I have ever known about, what to look for and what to go after. So definitely listen to this guy.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for that. I mean, I really appreciate that. What about you, Diesel? What do you think, man?
First of all, they don't have to keep gassing your head up, okay? Okay, I think your head is a little too big as is, all right? Over here talking about let's listen to Rick, okay? He talks about donkeys most of the time. Most of his stories ends with donkeys, okay? So I don't know what kind of Puerto Rican magic he has. All right, so stop boosting his head up. But I mean, like I said it, as the advice, of course, document everything. But it's 2023. What I do with my documents is I scan them. So I scan them, I make them digitized. I send it email copy to myself. I send it email copy to my significant other. That's what I do. And I back up this hard drive into a safe, just like you would do any other protective document. So, and I do that with most of my documents. I do it with my, DD-214, because a lot of times you go into these corporations, they want to see your DD-214. And a lot of times you don't have it accessible to you because they didn't tell you before the appointment that this is the document you needed. So, a lot of times that's what I do. But yes, definitely document everything. When you think as yourself as a pro athlete, you come into the military, you're going to train like a pro athlete because they're going to pay you to go to the gym. They're going to pay you to work out. They're going to pay you to pass a PT test. So look at it. You're a pro athlete. Take care of yourself. That's what I got to say about it.
100%, bro. What is this? You know what this is? Come on, tell me. You know who was that? Who that was?
Who are you talking to? Us or?
Yeah, to all you guys. Can you hear that?
No, I heard what sounded like fuzz.
Like fuzz? This right here?
Yeah, I can't hear it very well.
Yeah, you probably not get, it's my soundbar. My soundbar is tripping.
Oh,
So
Oh, okay.
is that
yes.
your guy that got out of jail?
Oh, come on, my guy that got out of jail. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, they released him.
How many vets does it take to listen to hear something? We all got bad ears. We're all like, hold up, man.
Yeah.
Come on, my right ear is gone.
He did that on purpose.
Yeah, he
Uh,
did. Yeah, he did. I'm over here listening. Come on, man. I think I hear something. No, it's nothing. Just fuzz. Yeah, just
eh,
fuzz. Oh man, you had me tripping over here, bro.
man, I'm telling you, man, he's good. I'm telling you, he's good. Well, I mean, this is there's a lot of you guys that don't like that guy, but I mean, he's good, man.
Cool. All right, all right, hold on. Is this my segment? Are we talking about?
This, yeah,
Are we
I
talking
mean,
about my boy?
let's talk about your boy, man. What I mean,
Hey guys, get your popcorn. Get your popcorn.
I'm gonna start this right here by
Go
saying
ahead, start it up.
I'm gonna start by saying, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there's no reason why a sitting president should be impeached by oh, there's a comment right here. What the heck? There's a comment right there. Oh, stay home, stay home, stay home. I got you. I got you. Uh, um, a sitting president. Why a sitting president is being impeached? I mean, why they're trying to find on the guy? I mean, we got right now. We have a president that I support, I love, I care for him. Whatever, name it Jesus. Yeah, protect him. Because he's the sitting president, and then I love this nation, and I love and I wish him well. But a sitting president, I mean, we know that this guy's been doing crazy shit. This guy's being holding. I mean, this guy is being in the freaking seat in Congress for 50 plus years. Now he was the vice president. Now he's the president. He still haven't figured it out, guys, how to make gasoline 2.99 a gallon. Premium. He hasn't figured that shit out. The other day I went to the grocery store with my wife. I went to the grocery store. We paid $9 for some mayonnaise, for some Helms brand mayonnaise. $9. We don't. By the way, it wasn't Whole Foods. It wasn't the hippity uppity high level, non GMO. We went to freaking Walmart. My wife did groceries the other day. She went to two supermarkets because she was trying to find good prices on meats, good prices on proteins, good prices on starch, on carbs. And then she had to go to another. We went to Costco to get our Pepsi. We went I mean, it's not 2023. Why do I need to take 7 trips to the seven different stores to get my essentials? And it's because this nation is being ran by dummies. Sorry, I love you. I love wherever you are. Thank you. You're doing great. Keep doing what you're doing. I mean, in addition to that, we got his MFING son, selling a piece of art for $5 million. This guy is not a painter. He's no Picasso. He's not Van Gogh. I mean, I know Picasso and Van Gogh. Trust me. And this guy is been doing crack in his underwear, okay, in a freaking Motel 6 with 4 hookers, and you're telling me that this guy has the art to produce a $5 million painting paid by the Ukraine? No, man, no, 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 no. And but guess what? But you trying to impeach my man because he gave some money to Storm Daniels?
Oh my
Come
goodness.
on, man. I
This
mean, they just don't want him to run for president in 2024. I think between him and DeSantis, if they get together, they're gonna be able to destroy their little campaign that they're having going
Yeah,
on.
no,
Up
they
to you,
want
man.
to be able to destroy the United States. So,
so I
so
want to
yeah,
know. Hold on. Oh, go
yeah,
ahead. Go ahead.
yeah. Listen, I grew up
Right,
in
man.
Philadelphia, right? And we've been knowing the ex president for a lot of years, right? I have family in New York, and just so we understand the whole history of that president way before the rest of the United States and the world, knew about this guy. And he's an opportunist. So he started out as a Democrat, And he said, if I ever get into politics, right, I'm still, I heard him say it. He said he's going to run as a Republican because they are the sheep in politics, right? Now they all are crooked, but he ran as a Republican, and they to me they've overlooked a lot of the things that disqualifies you for being a president. Um, and it was just unfortunate he was in at a time where the COVID hit. Now, if that wasn't the case, you know, that that may have not overshadowed his presidency. But I just don't think the guy should have been there, man. I'm just I mean, there's some other reasons, but just from a political standpoint, he just you know yeah. So
Sexy YouTubers, look at this, guys.
yeah,
All right, we don't have to look. They must have paid Rick, RT365, and Jaywalk. They must have got paid the hush money that paid Trump.
yeah,
Okay, because
yeah.
this is ridiculous. Trump belongs. He is right where he belongs.
That's right.
Look at the charges. He got 34 felony charges.
But those not the bigger charges. Those are the lesser charges.
Let's talk
Right?
about. I would like to bring to the table. I would like to call this segment identifying the holes. Okay, identifying the holes. All right, we got Stormy Daniels. Anybody know who Stormy Daniels is?
Yeah, we got an idea.
We know
Right?
who she is. We know who she is.
Anyone know about Karen McDougal?
Yeah,
McDougal?
we got an idea.
If you guys don't know, these are former Playboy models that alleged said that they were paid hush money from Trump. What do you guys say about that, Rick?
Bro, we're talking about $130,000. These guys are billionaire. $130,000. That's lunch and dinner for him. You know what I mean? I mean, he cannot take his when he was popping. When this guy was popping. Okay, because some of you guys will understand this lingo right here. When he was popping, he can just taking his entourage from one location to another, hotels, vehicles, transportation. That's $100K. That's for one day. So these hosts. God damn, sorry. I'm sorry.
Said finding the holes.
Hey,
That's
but
what I
listen,
said. See,
listen.
holes.
But you also got to factor in, right? This is a known pattern for Trump.
Talk
Right?
about it.
And he bought the Miss America pageant.
That's right.
The one was a Miss Universe.
That's right.
And they had so many complaints from him going in, watching the girls, change and some other things. So he has a huge history of misogyny. I mean, just
Man, don't tell Rick that.
yeah. I mean it's crazy, right? So 4 wives, what 3 wives? I mean, I'm not. I'm not speaking against them. This is public record, right? So he got the wives, he got, so he has a long history.
We got him. That's what you gotta say.
Right?
Well, you mentioned that you're from Philadelphia and that his thing. And I'm gonna tell you, I did follow his running 2016. And
Right.
Philadelphia. Let me tell you, Philadelphia voted for Trump. 234 electoral votes.
So something happened. Yeah, something happened there, right?
Don't tell me that everybody that Philadelphia got it wrong and you got it
No,
right.
no. Something happened there, right? So we in our party, the Democratic Party, there was a rift between Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton. So a lot of people voted for Bernie Sanders, and through the primary, right, elected him to run against Trump. So something happened where Bernie stayed in it too long, or so a lot of people didn't vote. That was the first time ever since I've been born that I've seen Pennsylvania go red, and and Philadelphia, so you got Pennsylvania, but then Philadelphia has the largest demographic, so it can overshadow the rest of the state.
I mean, what he's saying is Trump still stole it.
I
That
I'm
was the
not
first
I'm
time
not
in your
saying
life.
that he stole it, right? I'm not going to say that he stole it, but there was an anomaly there that year.
So,
Okay,
How,
okay.
we don't know.
So let,
how
let
much?
me tell you. Let me tell you something. We're talking about $130,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
What about if we multiply that by 10? Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
right here, March 16, 2023, we got news from the White House, okay, where the Republican Chairman Committee, okay, saying that the recipients of $1.3 million in payments were Biden, his uncle James Biden, and
Yeah,
Haley Biden, the widow of Hunter Biden's brother,
right.
Commerce say, and this is from the Chinese energy company, Chinese,
Yeah.
China, like Trump say, China. Okay, so what's going on? Are we going to focus on Biden, or is it's over? China.
Yeah.
So you tell me. Hey, Q, I think that you got. Are you still on good on time, or you have to pop up? Pop up.
Nope, I can still stay on for a little bit longer, so we can continue on.
Just give me
Go
the.
ahead.
All right, man.
So Q, what's your thoughts, Q? So on this presidency thing, what are your
So
thoughts?
I'll have to apologize. I haven't read the current event with Trump, so I don't know what happened there.
Right.
I'm listening to you guys, so I'm probably going to go on the online and find out what's going on with that.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah, I enjoyed the the things that Trump did while he was in presidency. He had a lot of bad things going on, and he rubbed people the wrong way. But I look at some of the stuff that he did while he was in his presidency that changed a lot of things. He brought gas prices down.
He
He
did.
did a lot of incentives. He basically tried to drain the swamp. What is according to the terms that he used. And I think that rubbed people the wrong way, and that's what's going on currently. Is there the people that are bucking against him and trying to bring all these things against him are trying to prevent him because they didn't like what he did. They didn't like the way he handled things, and
Right.
it rubbed them the wrong way. And that's
Yeah.
I
what I
mean,
think
he
what's
was
going on.
handling a lot of things. I mean, he was
So
grabbing people by their private
right,
parts.
right,
I
right.
mean,
But naturally, right? I mean, you guys, to follow politics, naturally there are more Democrats than
right,
Republicans, right? Are y'all aware of that?
right.
So
I can agree to
Yeah.
that. I
right,
can agree to
right.
that.
So naturally, so if you put that together, right? If you just put those two factors together, and he won through the electoral college, then a lot of people votes either didn't count or something happened, and that's why we're saying just through the popular vote, would probably be all Democrats. So they have to use that tool to elect presidents. That's and that has a history behind it
Well, the
also.
popular vote is a joke. The popular vote is a joke.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, you gotta have electoral college, because you gotta have electoral colleges,
well, you
because
don't
I
need
mean,
it.
the
You don't need
land
it
the
today.
land has to vote.
Yeah, but you don't need it today, right? But you do need it to get, I believe, a Republican in office. But the
So you're saying the electoral votes is antiquated? Is that what you're saying?
yeah, it's antiquated, and it came from the perspective of slavery, right? Y'all familiar with that history, right? Because that came about because they had to account for the slaves, right? So it was one guy, so many slaves got, you know, one electoral vote or maybe 10. And that's the history of the electoral college, the early history of it. And so today, we're past that period. So is it really a need for it? Through your representative, right? So now they've done the gerrymandering where they redistrict everything. So I'm here in Colorado Springs, right? So no, but in this city, it's a Republican city,
Mm-hmm.
and so when I came to the state, it was a Republican state, right? It was just all red, right? Then it turned purple, and now it's a blue state because Denver, the majority of the state is now blue. So Colorado has been going blue the last 3 or 4. Well, I say the last 2 to 3 president cycles, and so and it's not about. So even though they redistricted, it's still more Democrats now, or liberal people here. I won't even say Democrats. I'll just say liberal people here in Colorado, and so so I follow the trends also, but um, just so I tell you a story, right? So Michelle Obama came here one year, right? So my wife owns a salon down in Fountain, Colorado. So the guy next to the shop is a Republican, right? He's pretty extreme. So when Michelle Obama came,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
he flew so he had the American flag upside down, right? Right. And we're like, well, hold it. So so here you have someone that's obviously you know, uh, a Democrat, but the distastefulness of this guy as a Republican. He had the flag upside down, and some derogatory remark, you know, that he posted, and so that's my problem with some of the well, not some of the Democrats, but some of the Republicans, the extremism. That's what I don't understand. We now I went into the guy's store one time. I had to borrow a tool, right? And I said I own the shop next door. So, but before then, he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I was welcome in his business. So when I said I own the business, next door, then I was okay. But you know, before that, I wasn't. But this guy is so extreme, and he still has it up there to today. I mean, but the extremism, um, that's what I have a problem with. Voice your opinion, but when you want to get violent and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and it goes past the debate, that's my concern. So
I agree with you. I agree with you, Jay Walkman. You're right on point. But I mean, like you mentioned, everything. This starts with the electoral college started with
yeah,
back on the Abraham Lincoln
yeah,
era. But
right,
let's give it a second. Let's have
right,
a second of silence here for Abraham Lincoln and all the great things that he
right,
did.
right,
And
yeah,
and let's not forget about the National Union Party. Don't forget about that. 1864. Don't you love it? The
right.
National Union Party. And the National Union Party changed to be what?
I'm a Democrat.
No, the Republican Party.
Oh, yeah, yeah. The Republicans, yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah, yeah.
oh yeah. Let's
But no,
not forget.
well,
Let's not, let's not
but
forget that the Democratic Party
yeah.
started the KKK. Let's not forget the
That's
Democratic Party.
correct. That's
The
correct.
Hold it,
Democratic Party
hold it.
wanted to have
All right, Rick. Let me
slaves.
interject. Let me interject one
That's
thing, Rick.
correct.
So now that you're going there, you got to differentiate between the Southern Democrats and the Northern Democrats, right? And
Oh,
Republicans. So
I
so
know.
now you have to factor that in there because some of them, some of the Democrats was abolitionists. So some believed in it, some didn't. So when you look at that, so when you look at the war, right? Um, that Lee and what's his name fought, that breaks out. the difference in the political realms, right? I'm gonna let you keep going, but it's but you gotta factor that in. You had northern Democrats and southern Democrats.
How much are we factoring that into? I mean,
Well,
it's still this,
well,
the
because
KKK still lies though.
no, but the war started because they didn't want to, they didn't want to free the slaves because that was their industry. They made money off of that. Right. That was that. It was tied into economics. That's what
Well,
that whole war was
what,
about.
what, what else can I say you? Do we need to go back to 1779? Do we need to talk about my man in the dollar and $10 bill? You know who that is? Who's that guy on the $10 bill? Alexander Hamilton. You seen that? You seen
Right.
that? I know my history, bro. What happened in 1779?
I knew you was gonna go there.
He
I knew you was gonna go
champion,
there.
man. He went with John Lawrence. You know John Lawrence, right? This is the thing. This is why people. This is why my people. Okay, we get it. We forget about. He championed to arm and enlist, enslave. Listen to this. Let me put the big boys. Enslave people in the Continental Army. Okay, and what happened after what happened after that? After you served your time over there? Because it was 1779. Let's not forget about it. Oh, you were granted freedom. Smell that shit. Smell that shit. Smell that shit. Smell that shit.
No. The Emancipation Proclamation.
Oh,
They
okay.
didn't
Go,
free
go,
them,
go.
right? You gotta go. Hey, listen. That's another. So we're gonna go offline on that one, right? But it's So what was it? The 13th, 14th? I think.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. You're on point. You're on point. Keep going.
Yeah. And so they was promised 40 acres and a mule and all that, and that. So they shot that down. So then when they finally freed them, they had they worked on the farms, in those, for still for nothing. And so there's a history leading up to that, like the unions. So because the slaves built the infrastructure, and I'm gonna give you an example, right? Something in Texas where you had a cowboy, then you had a cow hand. So the cowboys were minority. So let's say that the cow hands was the majority. So when they freed the slaves, the cow hands had no skills, you know, right? That's where the unions came from. So they established the unions so the cow hands can get jobs, because now the cowboys, they were the ones doing the farming and all that. So they, I mean, there's a history with that, and so that's why I'm saying we all just got to go a little bit deeper. But that so it was a lot that happened up to today that we haven't factored in, which started back in the 18s and 17s and all that. So, but first you got to divide the North and the South. Then you can go into the Democrat and Republicans.
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it next week. Okay?
Yeah, okay. I have some better facts for you.
Yeah, definitely gonna have to talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
That man was going in. He was going in. He was ready. He was ready for you. Right?
But I mean, I'm a little passionate about it because it's a real history. You know, um, yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
know one thing. Trump is going to be. What they're going to write? They're going to say Trump was here in the
I don't
federal
know.
system. What they're going to write?
I don't know. I mean, but just imagine, he's a sitting president, so they're gonna have to. He's gonna be, if he goes to jail. Does the Secret Service goes to jail?
What?
No,
That's Secret Service.
Go with him. Secret Service has to go with him. Let me tell you. This is what I think. Okay. Anyway. Let's talk about it next week.
yeah.
Last topic. Okay. Q. Tell me. What kind of advice you want to give to those young viewers out there that are watching the show before we close it? We wrap it up because I know you got other things going on, man.
Definitely.
Okay, yeah. Tell me what advice.
What kind of
What's my topic?
So this is what I want to do. I know that there's a lot of young adults, and this is what I want to bring this up. My I have a daughter, and I have family around here, and then in the other states, they're young adults. They're trying to get their self started into education or a business or something else. What kind of advice you got for some of the audience, the young adult audience? What kind of advice you got?
Well, it's a self motivation, and that sometimes is hard to instill in the younger generation, especially to my own kids. Maybe if they hear it from somebody else, maybe hear it from somebody on the channel, from Bravo Veteran, from RT365, from Jaywalk. Maybe if they hear it from them, they might listen a little bit better. But being self motivated, be that person. And you look yourself in the mirror and be like, I'm going to achieve what I'm going to achieve, regardless of whatever is going on right now.
Yeah.
And it boils down to stop being your own stumbling block. You can achieve anything you want in this life if you just put your mind to it. And it's funny that I say this quote. This is actually from this movie called The Storks. Make a plan, stick to the plan, always deliver. You're gonna always deliver your best to whatever you do, but you got to get that self motivation and don't rely on people bringing it to you. If you get to a stumbling block, find a way. I mean, I'll quote the army: adapt, overcome, improvise.
Right. Right.
Adapt, overcome, improvise.
Right.
And that's the advice I can give to the young viewers out there is if you want to achieve something, make a plan, stick to the plan, always deliver.
Amen.
Wow, that's
That was tough, man. Can
Yeah.
that
we
was
get a round of applause and let's get a
yeah,
little
Yeah.
pixie dust, man. That was
man,
tough.
man,
That
I'm
was
telling
tough,
you.
man.
That is good. I mean, this in motivation. This is something that I am fortunate. I'm fortunate that I was able to be surrounded good mentors who helped me out with my kids, because my kids didn't want to hear shit from me. My son Will W, my daughter Jay, they don't want to hear shit from me. I can be telling them, "Hey, that shit tastes good," and they'll be like, "Eh." But if somebody else tell them, if Q goes over there or Prideful Vet or Jay Wall goes over there and say, this one is good, they'd be like, huh, good, because I mean that's we are humans. So
Yeah.
and that's part of nature. It's a beautiful thing about being human, and I love it. I do understand that. So I put myself in a position where I always surround myself with spectacular individuals like you guys. Okay, so you guys can motivate the people around me. I'm telling you, man, being having a group, having an organization, being part of something bigger is so powerful, man, because I mean, it's always so powerful. But I agree with you 100%. I think that the younger generation, like you mentioned, I mean, have a plan, stick to the plan, deliver. That is bars, man. Those are bars, man. That
That's
shit.
spot on.
That's
That's
one of
spot
the
on.
things that you listen on Instagram, that they play you that little music, and you're
You
like,
can do it.
oh, you can do it. Stick to the plan, deliver. I'm like, damn, man. That's all I'm gonna say to the young generation out there, that are watching this video, that are listening to this is remember that somebody else went through the hurdles that you are going through go before you. Okay, so be smart about it. You don't have to tell the person in front of you, hey, I got everything that you're telling me. I understand 100% what you're telling me. I will do everything. You don't have to do none of that. But just listen. Just listen to them, okay? And then go your way. Okay, you don't have to, because sometimes they feel like, maybe I'm putting myself down. I want to stick up my chest. I don't want to give dad or mom or uncle the saying of, oh, I told you. But hey, just listen, okay? Just listen. Trust me, it will benefit you tremendously, and it's gonna be good for you. Trust me, okay? What about you guys?
Um, what I observe with the young kids today is they don't know how to finish. and it's important. They can start. My daughter's cereal. She'll start 10 different things and maybe finish one. Right. The one, all of them are important. So I try to explain to her, listen, it's money tied to starting something, and it's a reward to finishing it, right? And she was in this college, she was in that college, and I must have lost $30,000 before I said, hold it, stop. I need you. The next thing you start, you're going to finish. So she's back in the city now. So she's going to be a pharmacy tech, right? So I said, okay, it's no pressure. I want you to go through it. So she's doing well, right, at this point. But she had to go through three other iterations of something. So I explained to her. I said, well, listen, if when you finish, right, I said we had some friends that work at the hospital here in the city. And so they're going to get her an internship at the Veterans Hospital, which she can probably get into a GS position, from that. And
Wow.
but I had to explain to her, but you need to finish. I said we can't go to them with you stumbling and
Gotta finish.
so
Yeah.
I tell a lot of the parents of these kids, which are veterans and so forth and so on, make them finish, and they don't have a choice. She don't have a choice when I'm paying for it. Right? You can start it on your own with your own money, but when I'm paying, and I had to learn to be forceful because some parents, okay, I'll let them work it out. I'll let them do their own thing, and that's not what's needed. They need direction, and they need to be told, listen, you will finish. And it's so you muddy the relationship with your kid, but in the end, that they're going to be better for it. So I would say to the parents and to the kids and to the military, learn to finish. You'll come out much better. So get the plan right, where you have to overcome that, but finish. And that's all I had, fellas.
What I have to say is the famous quote, my boy Denzel Washington: "Dreams without goals are just dreams." So you got to have goals, got to set your aspirations up.
Right.
You got to properly prepare. We harp on that all the time. So I know, when leaving the military, we talked about it. Give yourself minimum a year to do what we was talking about. But definitely prepare. Dreams without goals are just dreams.
Hey, let me play it out for you real quick, man.
Oh yeah, let's get some.
I gotta play it out for you, man. I gotta play it out for you. I have to play it out. Where
I
are
taught
you?
him everything he knows, just so you know.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? I taught Denzel, Yeah, he calls himself he doesn't say his pronunciation is Denzel, it's a different pronunciation.
How is he to pronounce that?
I think it's hold on, Denzel or somebody, Denzel. I'll pull it
So
up.
with oh okay.
Bro, that's those some bars right there, man. He is good. Denzel is good, man. Denzel is
Yeah.
good. So anyway, guys, I think we're good for tonight. What do you guys think? To I want to.
Hold up. What are we watching this weekend? Let's talk about a little movie review. I'm gonna give a little short one. I watched Creed 3. I give it a
Oh, how was
solid.
it? How was that? How was that?
I'm gonna give Creed 3
Oh,
out of 5. Are we doing out of 5s? Are we doing out of 5s?
okay.
I'm gonna give it a solid 3.7. And the reason I'm gonna say 3.7 is because I had to rewatch it to actually understand what the heck was going on, because there is a
Uh,
deeper story in
okay.
just what you seeing.
So they probably just didn't spend enough time on that development of the story.
I mean, no, the story was good. I was just, maybe I was, I don't know, maybe maybe I didn't focus or whatever, but
Yeah.
I didn't really catch it until it was like, oh, that's what really happened. Okay, okay.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a definitely good watch. I watched it with the with the wife. Watched it with the wife. Michael B. Jordan, he directed this, and like I said, for his first outing, I think it was pretty good. So I'll give it a 7. After the second watch, it got better. So after I watched it the second time, I give it about a 4.5 out of 5.
Okay.
That's
So
about
definitely, watch it twice in case you missed something.
right. Right.
Oh
You have
wow.
to get
Gotcha.
everything. It's not just your normal Rocky boxing movie, which is straightforward. He got up, he got, he got hit, got up. No, that's not, no. Something deeper. Especially with that actor Jonathan Majors. Him doing Kang and all his little methodical roles. Think
Right.
about it. He's thinking in that role. It's a good movie. Definitely a good look.
Oh, gotcha. Gotcha.
What do
I
you
wa-
got? What are you watching, Rick?
hey, I'm watching called The Recruit. They recruit in Netflix. It's crazy, man. It's about a CIA agent who gets into a lawyer. I mean, it's a pimp. I gotta tell you, it's good. It's good. You gotta watch it. They recruit.
The Recruit. Awesome, awesome. Hey Jay.
Well, you know what? All my shows have sort of ended, the ones that I was watching. But I am going to go back and look at the mayor of Kingstown, if y'all
Ooh,
seen that.
I haven't seen that one
You
yet.
Yeah.
mentioned it before. You mentioned it
You
before.
did
Oh
mention
yeah,
it. You keep
I
saying it.
mean, they got 2 seasons, and it's a Jeremy Remy, right? So it's about prison. Well, it's about crooked cops and just crooked individuals in the prison system. But man, it is powerful, right? So if y'all haven't seen it, you can binge watch it, but it speaks to the criminal element in the government and on the street, and how sometimes they have to work together to solve problems, right?
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, but it's have any of the guys on the panel seen it?
No, I don't think yet. Yeah, I guess
Okay,
that's our
yeah.
I
So
homework
haven't,
now.
haven't seen it yet.
so
That's our
you in for
homework.
a treat, right?
That's our homework. We got some
you
homework.
know. And then the other one is
How much are the
Power.
episodes? Like an
Huh?
hour per
Oh yeah,
episode.
yeah, about an hour, but
Okay.
it's I mean, but you don't want it to end though, right? You're like, man,
All right, let me go ahead and pull it
geez,
up. I'm not gonna
yeah. So yeah,
So it's
yeah,
one of
check.
those that draws you in.
Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So
What you got?
um,
What you got, Q? Any
Nothing recently.
recommendations, movies,
Um,
anything to go back to?
oh, I mean, it's been a while, but that Top Gun Maverick was one of my
Mm.
favorites. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, I
Yeah,
enjoyed that
that
movie.
that was on our panel last week too. Yeah, Top Gun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
The fact that they went in, basically gave it so much passion into making that film. It wasn't just a cookie cutter sequel, and that was what I was afraid of going in. But
right,
man, they really did a lot of work on that, and I was really impressed and walked away feeling really good, and really it kind of brought back when I was younger, when I watched the first one. What drove me to, I mean, even though it's a Navy aircraft, was in the first one. My dad was in the Navy, and it drove me to go into the military because of that film.
oh
And rewatching it just was so nostalgic and so empowering. And I walked away from that feeling really good. We watched it 5 times.
Nice.
wow, okay.
I,
So, all
I,
right, give
I
us
got
give us
the
a rating. What's your rating? What's the Q's rating?
yeah.
Top Gun?
On Top Gun Maverick, I give it a definitely a five. Definitely a
Ooh,
five.
5 out of 5.
Yeah, baby. That is good, man. That is good. I mean,
That's
that's
not
that
bad.
you can get better from that number five.
Yeah,
It's playing right now. The trailer is playing on the background right now,
I see it.
guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something, guys. It's been a pleasure, guys, to share about our hour with you guys here next Friday. 8 o'clock. Can we commit to that? 7 o'clock next Friday.
Hey, I'm always down.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
7 works for me.
7. Okay. So let's try to get 6:30, 6:45 together so so we can do this and then yeah, next Friday. Thank you so much for watching, guys out there. You guys watching on the channel, guys. It's been a pleasure spending some time with you. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, comment on the video, and subscribe to the channel. Okay. Jake Walk, Pride Feel Bad, Q. Thank you so much for being here. You guys are amazing. I will see you guys in the next video, guys. Take care. Bye.
See you later, man.
Bye bye.
Bye.